We are the Unbound Grapplecast, where shadows rise on the weekly Steelchair. Race unleashed, black eyes facing creeps, purple lightning strikes. Steelchair impact, feel the beast. Josiah stands tall, no ego, just confidence shown. Speaks with conviction and he holds his own. We predict people, hear the truth resound. Yeah, the circle grows. Weekly Steelchair where the real talk flows. Fans and fighters all side by side. One strong community filled with pride. Filled with pride. Hear the ring bell sounds around. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's go! We're the Unbound Grapplecast. The crowd hears the battle cry. Crash through the lights, we electrify the night. Punk hearts beating, metal souls collide. Step to the mic, this is too.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long 3 months that we haven't had a champion of these predictions. But this weekend, we will be deciding that. Welcome to our Summerslam prediction stream, where myself and Katherine will attempt to see which one of us can finally restore some honor and class to this channel, since none of you were able to do the job yourselves. We will be talking about both nights 1 and night 2, where there'll be a lot of chaos involved, should so probably. And speaking of chaos, it would be wrong of me if I didn't introduce the special guest on this podcast, because as you may tell, my current and always eloquent co-host Reese decided that he was going to take a back seat like a true founder. So I have Katherine instead. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Josiah. Thanks for the invite.
You're more than welcome. And of course, good evening to all of you.
All of you peasants that cannot win this championship.
Simply put, yeah. We gave you all the opportunity to come up with a winner, so we've decided that we're going to take matters into our own hands this time.
Looks like an unfair fight. This is what we call an intergender match.
Yes, indeed, yes.
So how excited are you for SummerSlam?
Not really, in all honesty. They've not done a very good job of building to this at all.
Yeah, I just heard that the Brock match is going to be the main event. So
Yeah.
that tells you what they think of the Cody CM Punk match.
Yeah. I
Because
also heard that
everybody
apparently
says
that's
your
going to be a
world title
street
has
fight.
to main event.
But it's got no heat to it. So much so that I've heard that that match is going to be a street fight now. I don't know if that will actually be the case, but that's what's been reported and advertised. That's what.
Well, they do say card subject to change.
Well, let's see how much changing they'll be doing. As you can see here, this is the match card for night one. We have Liv Morgan finally defending her world title after about 100 days of boredom against Io Sky. We have the aforementioned Obafemi and Brock Lesnar Hell in a Cell match, which, if you're expecting it to go any longer than 20 minutes, don't, because it's not going to happen. You have Cody Rhodes challenging CM Punk for the WWE title, which, as you can see, has been confirmed to be a street fight. You have the hodgepodge team of LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Maurice Keys going up against the over pushed, overrated, overutilized bloodline of Jacob Fatu, Jimmy Uso, and the prick who can't wrestle. We also have a very intriguing match, and probably the match that I'm looking forward to the most, in Gunther versus Nick Aldis, who's making his return after 8 years away. And then, for some reason, we have the Bella Twins and Paige against Fatal Influence in a match that nobody asked for, nobody wants, and a match that's just a complete waste of JCJ's talent. So much for pushing your new women, Ace.
I suppose.
But
Well,
that's
I mean,
night
they've
one.
done buried their new women, and after last night, poor Julia just needs to pack her shit up and go back to Japan.
Yeah, but have what she chose to go there, so no sympathy for her, as always.
That is true. She did sign on the dotted line, so she
Mhm,
gets what she gets.
exactly. Just like Jeff
And I
Cobb did.
said on Nick and Nikki's show yesterday that I could see Lash winning because they definitely needed another heel in that ladder match.
Yeah. So that is night one. And if we get into night two, I'll scroll down here. We have yet another talentless member of the bloodline in Roman Reigns defending his fraudulent world heavyweight title reign against Seth Rollins in a match that has just been throwing in a lot of shield law, as the IWC call it, to the point where it's been overdone, oversaturated, and I have no interest in this match at all.
Agreed. So basically, what you're telling me, this was the I can't beat Roman Reigns championship, and now it's the most elevated championship because Roman holds it.
Yeah. And I like that he's seemingly conveniently forgot that he said that now that he's holding the title.
That revisionist history.
Yeah. And it's not even done right. But anyway, in a more intriguing and a match that should really only be going one way, we have Penta defending the IC Championship against Chad Gable in a match that has basically been built on one man's redemption and another man's brilliance as champion.
who actually got to tag with his brother in a dark match last night after SmackDown.
Yeah. I wonder how long it will be until we finally see them tagging for real on the main roster.
Aren't they supposed to be revitalizing that tag division?
Again, something we've heard for about the last 3 years now, but then you decide that you want to get rid of all the tag teams.
I'm just happy my favorite tag team is back on Ring of Honor, which I have to go watch. So I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
WWE keep having your tag team suck. It's okay.
Yeah. Or better yet, don't split up tag belts that you've got no plans for.
Do they have any tag teams in NXT that they could call up?
I don't watch NXT, so
I don't neither. So, like Tuesday is like literally the only night I don't watch wrestling, except for like Sunday, unless there's a pay-per-view.
Well, I feel like all of the tag teams that they could possibly call up, one of them, they're teasing a tag split for some reason, from what I've seen, and the others are the champions, and that's about it. And then there's Hank and Tank, who I don't think anyone needs to see.
So basically, they have no tag teams. Okay, noted.
Yeah. Reese asking what happened to Fraxium. Fraxium are just backstage.
They're backstage in catering, hanging out with Apollo Crews, talking about cheesecakes.
They don't wrestle. They just sit in catering and talk in the occasional backstage segment with R-Truth. Nope.
And seriously, who wants to hear their theme song?
Yeah, we have Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, and Lash Legend all competing for a fake women's championship because this company, who knew that Rhea wasn't going to be fit to compete, decided, no, let's not strip her. Let's keep her with the belt, even though she can't wrestle. And then let's just crown a pretend champion to lose to her when she comes back.
And my question is, where is all the outrage? Every time Tony Khan does an interim belt, there's outrage and everybody's having a hissy fit on Twitter. But I didn't really see that much outrage about this. I've seen a little, but not as much as I do when it's AEW.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been, like, it almost feels like token outrage, where it's like you're just saying it to make yourself seem fair and objective. But if we're being honest, this isn't getting enough criticism for me.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's interesting. Following this, we have what I've called the Vince Russo coded match, which is Danhausen against Dominic Mysterio in a human monies on a pole match.
Give me the human monies. Reese, I need my human monies. And I don't want them in British pounds or whatever Scotland's currency is. I need them in American monies.
Yeah.
Nah, you're all right.
Human monies on a pole match. You know what? I think the winner of this prediction stream should get a raise, personally.
I agree. Even if you win, Josiah, I think you deserve a raise.
I mean, yeah, I would humbly agree with that. Especially since
this is going to be the most stupidest match I've ever seen WWE do, and they've done some stupid shit in their time.
Yes, indeed they have.
I'm surprised they didn't do, like, have it be Danhausen and JD McDonough for Dominic on a pole match.
Well, that would have been that would have been an interesting choice, to say the least.
And if Danhausen won, Dominic would have to serve him like a valet or something.
It could be worse. You could be Leon Slater, who has to put up the record of his TNA X Division Championship reign as the youngest ever winner, joint longest holder, and if he loses at Lockdown, his title reign is removed from existence. Simply put, fuck TNA.
Well, we see how the producer feels about TNA. Yeah, that is the most TNA shit I've
Also,
seen.
speaking of TNA, did you see that they decided to not have the advertised Jeff Hardy versus Nick Nemeth match the other day? And
Yeah,
it's 2
and Matt
weeks from
Hardy
now.
came out and called people liars, and they're like, it's clearly right there. And then Nick
Yeah.
Nemeth goes, well, I understand how people took it. Well, how else did you want us to take it?
Yeah, you literally put
Fuck
the date
this,
down
I'm
there.
staying in. Fuck this, I'm staying in for this. I'm staying in for this, but it is fucking stupid. And he's never going to watch this, but AO Frequency, you absolute cuck for Cucklos. You absolute fraudulent defender. You are worse than AEW defender. You're worse than fucking what's his face? The guy who drifts back and forth. What's his name, Katherine? You know who I'm talking about.
The AEW defender?
No. The other one. He's the one that goes back and forth between WWE and AEW, like try to claim he's on one side, not the other side. That's it. He's on that level. He's on the same level as Aaron loves cucks. Sorry, Aaron loves stealing. But it is a fact. I'm not kidding,
loves,
Xavier.
I pay super chats to try to collab with people. Jason Solomeister.
Yeah, but Xavier, I swear I'm not lying. It's a fact.
Yeah.
That stipulation is true for Lockdown, which is in 11 days' time.
Yeah.
Even worse. So this is where they're trying to say the world title match was not advertised for July 30th. I fucking confirmed that, a month ago?
Yeah.
And it's right there, advertised for July 30th. And then they go and do... Even funnier is they go into the show, because I wanted to watch the match. So I'm like, I'll tune in for this one TNA episode just to watch the match. They decide instead to do, we're going to have the Nemeths versus the Hardys for the tag titles at Lockdown in the cage. And then the Impact after Lockdown is when Nemeth will take on Jeff Hardy for the world title.
That's stupid. Like, you've not even, like, it's one thing to not it's one thing to not deliver a match you've advertised, and then it's another to completely prioritize the wrong title. Like, why is the cage match for the tag titles and not for the world title?
Exactly. I would, if you're not going to put the title match on Impact, then just put the title match on the pay-per-view, because it's a good way to bring back Lockdown. Jeff Hardy versus Nick Nemeth in a steel cage is actually watchable, because they take it seriously. But it is true. If anyone thinks I'm not joking, it is true. Everything's on the community tab as well to prove it. Even funnier, and this is the worst part, they actually brought back the TNA Immortal title for Jeff Hardy with his heel theme song, just to start it, just to prove this is a change in the right direction for them. And then they fuck it up. Like, this is the reality of how stupid they are. Like, TNA, you had one chance. You had one chance to draw people in for a title match that would actually show maybe you're taking your product seriously, but they're not. You've actually fucking made it worse. And people like AO who's going, guys, check it. They weren't advertising for it. It's on the fucking poster, you blind little cock. Absolute cockwomble, twat waffle, prick, dickhead, clown, page shill, spanner, imbecile, insult. Change your frequency. It's just as bad as any WWE fan who's bought and paid for to constantly praise them all the time. Like, plain and
Club WWE fans.
AO's going to be a Club WWE fan as well, you can just tell. Or maybe he's a Club Black fan. Sorry, and what I mean by that, for anyone thinks I'm racist or not, I'm talking about Elena Black. Because Jesus Christ. Katherine was spot on about her again. To be fair, we're all spot on about Elena Black, but it's the fact that it's what Katherine said in our Discord. I can't repeat on stream. As much as I would like to.
She's a hoe.
Yeah, that's not exactly what you said, but I don't think we can
just
say...
a nice version of what I said. She's a hoe.
I don't think we can say what Katherine said on stream, but let's just say
we're monetized now. We can't say
exactly. We are. So we can insult people respectfully, insult them, but we won't say what Katherine said. It was spot on.
If you want to know what,
fuck me in the ass backwards with a goddamn blowtorch. That fucking cunt won gold.
I think Tony
Thunder
Khan would probably do that for you.
Hangman Page.
Thunder Rosa won at CMLL. She is now the Mexican National Women's Champion.
Let's all laugh at Katherine.
Oh, wow.
But hey, she can't win championship gold on AEW, so she had to go to Mexico, where they'll put their titles on anyone.
Correct, Chester. It is a stupid stipulation as well. Like Leon Slater was. I know why they've done this though. I know why they've done this. I'm actually going to put my camera on for this. I believe the reason why they've put this stipulation on the line is because Leon Slater isn't staying with TNA when his contract expires. He's going to go to either WWE or TNA. So they thought, well, what can we do?
Do you know what I think? I think he's going to AEW. Yeah. Because if he was going to WWE, it would be fine because they've got a partnership anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's going to AEW, so they're punishing him for that.
Yeah. And it's disgusting. For anyone who's out there, by the way, who wants to seriously say, this is actually, I'm going to say it because I'm confident enough to say it. When people say WWE is racist, what TNA is doing is actually racist. And before anyone goes, no, it's not racist. It is, because if they remove his record, then Austin Aries remains the longest reigning holder. And what skin color is he, Josiah?
He is a pasty white boy. And
the youngest champion would be Amazing Red. And he is also a white man, but he's also from which part of the world?
I actually don't know where he's from.
I'm pretty sure Amazing Red is Latin American origin, but he's also in New York as well. So he's a bit of a mixture of hell and hell. Whereas Leon Slater is a wonderfully talented British black man. And if they take that record off him, he's gone. What's even worse is the fact is it'll be against Cedric Alexander. They're using him as a scapegoat. TNA, you're really proving yourselves up. I just wanted to add that in, folks.
Do you know what else? I wouldn't be surprised if they do this, just to kind of like cover their own tracks. I wouldn't be surprised if they have Leon win that match and then drop it the next Impact.
To Mustafa Ali as well, since he's conveniently lost the international title to Jason Hotch.
That would be the one way that they can get some kind of positive spin on it.
Yep. Unless they finally give the belt to Jeff Hardy, who's the only X Division style wrestler never to hold the damn thing. He's the only one to have a 100% record of losing X Division title matches. I just wanted to point that out there because we don't cover real life issues on this channel, according to some people, but it's true. That is an element of political factness that I don't like, and I think a lot of people are the same. We don't like talking about these sort of issues because it can get way out of hand in terms of the pro wrestling scene, but this is a genuine fact.
Yeah,
like this is punishing him for what he is, but they wouldn't do that to anybody else, but they're doing it to Leon Slater. They're not making the product compelling. Anyway, because it's TNA and they deserve a butchering, I thought I'd jump in, but I'm going backstage.
Nice. Well, but yes, as we were talking about the human monies. Danhausen and the money that he stole from the Judgment Day about a month ago. A feud that we all assumed was going to end last month when they did the Saturday Night's Main Event show. But for some reason, they've dragged it out and carried it on here.
Why? That's my question. Why?
Yeah. And I will also say that this doesn't do Dominic Mysterio any favors because he's got to defend his AAA title in a couple of weeks in one of the biggest matches in AAA. And they've got him messing around with some clown in face paints.
Yeah.
And you already know that the match is going to involve those little midgets as well that have been running around these last couple of weeks. It's just going to be a complete waste. And speaking of a complete waste, Sami Zayn, what's he doing on this card?
Because he whined and bitched to get his way in because he's a little punk ass bitch.
Mm-hmm. And he has somehow managed to cry and bitch his way into a #1 contenders match with Finn Balor, who
I
also
really hope
similarly,
they fuck Sammy and let
yeah,
Finn win because Finn did get screwed on his title run he was
yeah,
supposed to have. Thanks, fucking Seth Rollins.
mm,
No offense, Nikki. I know you love Seth Rollins, but fuck you, Seth Rollins. It was
mm.
supposed to be Finn's time.
And just to contrast, that was 10 years ago. Finn hasn't complained or cried or moaned once about that. He's actually got his socks on, worked hard, and he's earned his way back to this. Whereas for the last month, all Sammy's been doing is praying. Oh, I was robbed. I wasn't ready. He came back after 3 months. Yeah, whatever. You're a crap wrestler.
But I'm the last good guy. You the last bitchy
Mm,
whiny beta bitch I've ever
exactly.
seen.
Yeah. And I'm
Pack your
also
shit up and
dreading.
go back to Canada.
Yeah. And I'm dreading that match because I've been hearing that Kevin Owens is back. So
There's rumors that KO and Randy are back.
well, I saw apparently Kevin Owens got into some sort of beef with Dominic Mysterio earlier today, so that seems to be true.
But I mean, if you're gonna bring both of them back, I would say KO would probably fit better in this match, and then Randy would fit better in the Punk Cody match.
Mm. I mean, I don't think it works because they're all basically the same age. So, like, what exactly is Randy Orton leading or teaching them that they don't already know at this point? Call it Jurassic Express. Oh wait, we can't do that. That's been taken by another company.
And I have a feeling this might be Randy's last rodeo. I'm gonna be so
Yeah,
sad. I'm having to prepare myself for a Randy retirement and a Kenny retirement.
yeah, because as much as Randy Orton says that he wants to keep going for like another 5 years, I don't think he's got it in him.
I don't think his back's gonna hold up another 5
No.
years.
I'd say that he could do maybe 3 at most if he decides to go part-time. But then at that point, you're showing up so infrequently, you might as well just stop anyway.
I would give him one last title run, and
Which he
then
should have
have
got at
him go out
WrestleMania.
on his back. Because I kind of think he's old school, so I think he would go out putting someone over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could have already been a few months into that title reign if they just
But
done the
if
right
Randy
thing at
comes
WrestleMania.
back, now, if Randy does come back, I do need him to bring back his greatest manager of all time, that being one, Pat McAfee.
Oh, boy.
I was being
Well,
sarcastic if you didn't know.
yeah. Fortunately, the NFL season will be starting soon, so I don't think he'll be available.
No, he won't. College game day is getting ready to start in like 2 weeks, so.
Yeah. So stay off our screens and never return. Speaking of returns, Baron Corbin, who has been back for what 3 weeks, and he's already got a title match before Carmelo Hayes did.
They
As
have
he takes on,
relegated Carmelo to Evolve and main event.
yeah. In fact, did you see the tweet that he put up with Steph Curry sitting on the bench?
But
Yeah,
again, you signed on the dotted line, so I do not feel sorry for you.
exactly.
That's how I feel for all these indie wrestlers who sign with WWE. You know what they are, you know what they do. They have a 70-year history of showing you who they are. Believe people when they show you who they really are.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a person of color.
And that's the exact message that I would send Jeff Cobb, who's been talking to that bitch Denise Salcedo recently.
Oh, another hoe?
Yeah.
She should team up with Elena Black and they could be the two hoes. That would be their tag team name.
The hoe train.
Oh, come on, man.
The hoe train.
Yeah.
No, then we need the Godfather back. He could be their manager.
I think he'd stray clear.
I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole neither.
And I don't think his cane is that long, so yeah.
He might lose it if you get my drift.
Yeah. But yeah, if we go back to night one, we talk about these matches. I know this isn't the match order, but we don't really know what the match order is apart from Brock over being the main event. So I guess
before we jump into picking, I have a question. So we're having a street fight, a Hell in a Cell, and a ladder match. So that's 3 stipulations on this one pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And then your 2 steps, a Hell in a Cell and a street fight on the same night.
Yeah.
Which one of those matches should have blood in them?
Well, I would argue both.
Exactly.
But neither will. Well, Punk Cody might, because they're both a huge fan of blade jobs.
And I could see Brock trying to get busted open the hard way.
Or him busting open the hard way.
But I mean, if you're going to have 2 matches that should have blood, shouldn't you have them on opposite nights?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't being crazy.
I think what they're going to do instead, they're going to have one start and one close. Like, that makes any difference. I honestly would have kind of swapped it around and had the street fight on the same night as the other world title match and put the other women's title match in. Because that's kind of how you set it out, so it makes sense to have both women's titles and both world titles on separate nights.
Yeah, but then you would have 3 women's matches on night 1 and none on night 2. And where am I? We need more women's wrestling. They would be bitching that there was not a women's match on night 2.
Well, one of the women's matches on here shouldn't be taking place to begin with, so they're lucky they got that.
Technically, there's 2 that really shouldn't be taking place, and that's the Bella match and the ladder match.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, they had to find a way to get 11 women on the card, so you know what, let's just throw them all in 2 separate matches, because we don't have any plans for you. Even though the women's US champion is in the ladder match, who could have defended her title against Blake Monroe.
And you just crowned a new IC women's title holder, so why is she not on here?
Yeah. Especially when you have Lyra Valkyrie, who said that she's going back for that title. You could have easily done that match here.
Who also had a match on main event, evidently, or Evolve.
Yeah. So you're using your women in all the wrong places.
But no, only AEW does that, Josiah.
Yeah. So we're here. Industry standard that have been struggling for about the last 15 years.
But it would be all better if Vince came back, they say.
Well, we all know how Vince treats women, so yeah. That's an interesting take.
I think the people that say that just say that shit to try to get reactions out of people. Because there's no way in hell they truly, truly can believe if Vincent Kennedy McMahon came back, this shit would be any better.
I think it's more of a case that Triple H has been that bad that they're willing to take Vince back just to get rid of him.
Correct.
But the problem is, if you get rid of Triple H, who you put in the spot?
I've always said that they should have someone who's not part of that stupid, idiotic family altogether. Like someone who's just on the outside, like, you're not going to like this. I can see the eyes rolling, but someone like he's now helping run an MLP. They should have someone like a Bret Hart involved or like William Regal. Like people who actually knows the business inside out who isn't part of the family. It should be someone who knows the business inside out, someone who's someone who's respecting the business, and somebody who's actually willing to try and make change. I look at the folk they have in charge, and none of them are willing to make change. I mean, one of them openly says that a woman shouldn't be champion because that's not her role. Yeah. Like, it just shows, like, it's like what it is like Jurassic Park. You need to bring in new people, fresh ideas, and let it go. So I would start with those two. In fact, you could actually look around. Like, they've got Abyss, they've got Nick Aldis, they've got actually most of their creative team is literally TNA guys. Just put Bobby
that is if Nick Aldis isn't getting back into wrestling more often.
I don't think he is. I think he's just a one or two, but there's people there. Oh, and also putting Paul Heyman in that role, I don't know if that's a wise move, unless you give him full control. Yeah, and I don't think they're willing to let him do that because he'll go, but my TV time will be removed. Yeah, well, fat walruses don't belong on TV.
Well,
I mean, he's already taken himself off TV by getting away from the Vision. And you know, Brock Lesnar's not going to be around every week, so that's less reason for him to be on TV. But yeah, interesting creative mess that this company finds himself in.
And they also need to get rid of Bruce and Michael Hayes.
Oh yeah, that they've needed to go for years.
We all need to get us an investment group together so when WWE comes up for sale, we can all invest in it and buy it ourselves.
Yeah.
And walk in there and go, "You're fired," just like Vince did.
Yeah, and then sell it to Tony Khan and you can make it better.
And then have a partnership. I wouldn't sell it because I'd still want my ROI out of that shit. But I'd be like, hey, we could be partners.
Just don't let Gedo involved in any of the creative decisions.
There you go. Why don't we take him from New Japan and put him in WWE?
I mean, to be honest, it can't be any worse, can it?
Exactly. And I like New Japan better, so that would mean New Japan would improve.
Yeah. Maybe finally you'd get more sustained pushes for wrestlers. Still wouldn't be enough to get Shota a title reign, though.
Shota would be my champion.
Yeah, so he'd be your champion, but that would get everyone to tune out. But I digress. Yeah, he'd be the first one on the chopping board. Actually, no, I tell her like he wouldn't be the first. I'd fire Great O'Khan before I even take over the company. That would be my first order of business. The only way that I'm agreeing to this takeover is if Great O'Khan's already gone before I get this.
Well, I mean, you need to keep a Great O'Khan just so you can like kind of make him a jobber, I suppose.
Yeah.
And you could just have him losing.
That's what Red Narita can be. That's what Red Narita can be. We don't need two of them. We do.
Yeah, but didn't he just beat Zach?
Oh yeah. Which again, at some point we need to discuss this because the way they're treating Zack Sabre Jr. this G1 is horrific.
I don't know. Are they trying to push Zach out the door to AEW?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you what they're trying to do. But that will be a big topic of discussion when we get back to reviewing these G1 shows.
Yeah, I can't wait for those. I like those. All right, let's get back on topic.
Yeah.
I think we've derailed enough.
Yeah. Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. What are your thoughts on this match and what are you expecting to see happen?
My expectations is probably going to be a piss break because you know how I feel about women's wrestling.
Yeah.
I could see them giving the title to Io, but then what? I could see Liv retaining, but then what? I mean, the bitch ain't defended the title in 100 days.
Well, Reese actually thinks it's going to go longer than 10 minutes. Yep, he is at 2 points, and he's lost his last 4 in a row. And his next match is Oscar, so he's probably going to lose that too.
I don't know. Part of me says Io could win.
I mean,
but I don't know if they want to take it off of Liv. And
So
no
means he
offense to
does have
Io,
that.
but Io really can't cut a good promo.
I mean, I'd say that she's improving, but I'd still say that out of all of the Japanese wrestlers that can cut promos, I would say that she's still the worst of them.
I think I'm going to stay with Liv retaining.
I mean, I can see. Oh my God.
Flip a coin.
Mm.
It's one of those matches. Flip a coin.
Yeah.
Because you can see it going either way. It just depends
Yeah.
on what kind of mood Triple H is in tonight.
Because you do have to remember, apparently, Liv Morgan does have that movie red carpet thing in a couple of weeks.
So you probably want to keep the title on her.
That's always effective because for some reason they don't just look at it from a wrestling perspective. They always look at outside things when they make their decisions, which I think is wrong. You should never, for me anyway, you should never take outside factors into inside a business. Like if you're
but
looking
they have
at
to be
something,
mainstream. That's their whole thing. They have to be mainstream. So
which
yeah,
again,
I definitely think Liv's retaining now.
Which again is stupid. If you're gonna put a wrestling title on somebody, put it on them for their wrestling, not what they can do when the wrestling doesn't matter, because that's irrelevant. But hey ho, like you said, 70 years and we know what this company is. Anyway, next one, because I want to save that one. I want to save these two till last. So we're gonna again.
All right, who are you taking, Liv or Io?
I'm taking Io because I'm just tired of Liv, and I think she's a waste of space now.
Well, I do too.
Yep, and that too. Disgraceful. Following that, I want to get all of the rubbish out of the way. So we're going straight to the Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence in a match that I couldn't tell you what happens because I don't give a fuck what happens, and this would be my piss break match.
This would be my I need to get up and get me something to drink in a snack match.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already kind of buried JC Jane. They did let Fatal Influence win the tag belts.
And then they gave it to them too late.
Yeah. Then you got Nikki coming back, so
celibate Nikki.
Do you see the Bella Twins turning on Paige? We've already had a heel Bella kind of thing. It didn't work. So why would you want to make them heel? Could you see Paige turning on them and joining Fatal Influence?
Well, I mean, you can't tell a celibate woman heel. Or so she says.
Dude, her twat's been spread so wide, it's worse than the Grand Canyon.
I just don't understand why we've got this match. Like, what's the appeal? What's the purpose? Exactly. Where is it going?
Because it's the Bellas.
Yeah.
And I could see Nikki, Brie, and Paige winning the match, and then Nikki and Bella saying, "Well, we won the 6-man are the 6-woman match, so we deserve a shot at the tag belts since we pinned y'all.
Yeah. When really, if any team should be winning, it should be Fatal Influence. Because at this point, the Bellas and Page, they don't need to be winning these matches against younger talent.
Agreed.
But again, this is WWE, so you could never be too sure.
Yeah, they would definitely bury Fatal Influence, I think.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go with Nikki, Page, and Brie.
Yeah, I think so as well, because I just can't trust them to do the right thing. Now we can get onto the, I guess, somewhat semi-decent matches. Well, we will first have a look at LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys versus the Bloodline, which is Jacob, Jimmy, and DUI. So, and my first point to make for this match specifically is, don't you dare turn Solo Sikoa heel in this match.
I don't think it's going to be Solo. I think LA Knight's going to turn on Solo and Royce Keys.
And join the Bloodline.
No, I just think he's going to turn on and be like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fair enough. Well, and then continue his never-ending quest for the world title that he's never going to win for.
Yeah, the LA push is over. I need these LA Knight fans to realize that.
Yeah.
And
he's the favorite. He's the favorite to win Money in the Bank every year. There's
yes.
nothing new, and then he doesn't win anything.
And I will have to say, I kind of enjoy a babyface Solo.
Yeah.
Like, it does kind of make SmackDown watchable when he's on there.
Like, the crowd love him. It definitely looks like he's enjoying the role more, that he's able to show his personality.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you know that WWE, they don't like it when wrestlers get over by themselves. But yeah, this is another one that I can see going either way.
Yeah, this one I could just flip a coin and be like, whatever.
I think I'm going to take the Bloodline on this. But what says you, Bob?
Man, Keys and Knight and Solo need the win. But I could see the Usos coming out with the win just to keep the storyline going.
Yeah. I mean, if it was up to me, I would have the babyface team win. But I feel like for the purpose of the story that they're trying to push, I feel like the Bloodline are going to win.
I think I'm going to go with the Usos in Fatu.
And you're going to get that crowd yeeting like a bunch of degenerates, as they do every week.
It's going to be super kick, super kick, super kick.
Yeah. And then everyone's going to hit their big moves, and then you're going to get the 1D on LA Knight, and he's going to take the pin.
Oh, Solo's definitely not taking the pin. The pin will either be taken by LA Knight or Royce Keys, and I'm leaning toward more Royce Keys taking the pin.
No, I think it's going to be LA Knight because they just enjoy seeing him suffer.
I know, but if you want to further the storyline, you would have Keys take the pin and have Fatu pin him. So then you could move into a feud just between them two. Because, I mean, I kind of would like to see them two get down in the ring.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on to one of the more anticipated matches, and probably the one match that I'm actually looking forward to, and that's Gunther versus Nick Aldis. And I'm going to say something. It's very rare that I praise the build to a match, but I think that they've built it up to this perfectly.
I agree with that.
They've done it in a way so that the actual wrestler obviously does have the upper hand, but they've done it in a way that Nick Aldis doesn't look weak.
Mm-hmm.
And they've shown that he is willing to fight back and not just get beat up like all of the other authority figures are.
I'm kind of torn between this because Gunther definitely needs some wins, especially if he wants to go after the world title.
Yeah, because he is another one of those loser snappies.
But would you pin Nick Aldis in his first match on WWE?
I mean, I wouldn't, but obviously because we all know what Nick Aldis is capable of in the ring. So if it was down to us, obviously we wouldn't, because I think this is going to be an experience for the WWE fans that have never seen him wrestle. I think this is going to be a very old school type match because that's the style that they both wrestle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what will the IWC do with an old school actual wrestling match? I think their heads will explode and not know what to do.
Yeah. But then again, they don't know what to do with most things. Their attention span is about as long as, well, Drew McIntyre's title reigns.
If you wanted to continue the feud, you would have Nick Aldis win so Gunther could still be pissed.
Mm. That's certainly one way to look at it. But then, as you said, it doesn't do Gunther any favors long term because all it does is further weaken his credibility.
And how long do they really want Aldis to be an in-ring talent?
Yeah. That's another thing. Because we know that if he really wanted to, he could have a proper run.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more a case of whether he wants to, which I'm not convinced personally. So I will take Gunther for this match, but I am definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Gunther because he needs that win so bad. And like you said, we don't know the plans with Nick Aldis. Is it going to be a one-off? Is he going to be like back in the ring, semi-permanent?
And also, I kind
of like him better as the general manager. Like he's the general manager that, hey, if you fuck with me, I can get my ass in the ring and whoop yours.
Yeah. But then you kind of lose that if he's just a wrestler and then he has to take orders from Adam Pearce every week, can you?
Mm-hmm.
Who as we've seen on Raw, can't control shit. But yeah, that is going to be a good match for sure. And of course, because that's going to be an actual good match, the wrestling community will shit on it because they wouldn't know what good wrestling is if it hit them in the face.
Agreed.
Now we can get to the title match. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes in a very rushed match that nobody asked for. And the match that they've not even tried to build up. It's been built on accidentally hitting people with belts and shoving and all that crap. There's no heat to this at all. I don't know why they've done this. They shouldn't have rushed it if they didn't have a proper story, and CM Punk's going to win. That's pretty much all I have to say on it.
Yeah, Punk's definitely retaining. Can we just get Cody out of the title picture altogether? Let him go chase a secondary title or something. Let him take a vacation. Don't he need to take his family to the Bahamas or something? I don't know. Get him off my screen for a little while. Let people miss him. And is he going to turn heel? Is Punk going to turn heel? I don't need neither one of them turning heel. Leave them as is. Cody ain't going to turn heel. No. Even though he should.
And they've already
needs to.
And they've already said Punk. And they've already said that Punk's not turning heel because of how popular he is. Which, at least in that sense, at least they've finally understood they can't turn popular people heel.
I mean, they tried it with Randy, and Randy still got the pop because it's Randy Orton. The same thing with Punk. Punk, if you turn Punk heel, and he's a great heel, but he's still going to get the pop because he's Punk.
Yeah. And I think this is also another issue that the IWC have. They want things too much to the point where it can't happen because they won't act in the right way.
That, and they claim they want long-term storytelling, and then when you try to give them long-term storytelling, they bitch because it's not the way they have fantasy booked it in their damn mind, or their attention span is so short. They're like, well, we should have already had this. Well,
Like,
which one do you
here's
want?
the thing. I guarantee you tomorrow, at the end of the Seth Roman match, there will be a moment of long-term storytelling, but they will be pissed off because Jon Moxley hasn't showed up.
And I would hit Dean Ambrose music just to fuck with him.
Just to make them think that he's coming out, and then just
and then have it be somebody else. Yeah, have it be like the next opponent for Roman or Seth, whichever one wins.
Or have it be Zilla Fatu coming out to run in on Seth.
I don't think Zilla's coming. I don't think they were that impressed with him at the PC. And he has a hog match coming up next week, and he's still the hog champion.
Well, I mean, he's no-showed events before, so that doesn't really mean anything.
No, that's true. But I don't think they're that impressed with Zilla like everybody thinks they are. Because if they were, would he not already have been signed? True, with his connections, even if he sucked, even with his connections, he would have been signed.
Yeah, with his family connections, and also the fact that he's got Booker T vouching for him all the time, and that he still can't get in the door. Questionable at best, I would say. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Punk winning, and I wouldn't be surprised if Randy Orton comes back to cost Cody Rhodes.
See, there we go. And then set me up a good feud with Cody and Randy like we should have had.
And then you give me Punk and Finn Balor.
Yes.
Because we know Sami Zayn, we're not picking him to win that match. Just as a spoiler. But finally, we get to what will be the main event of this first night. It is Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi inside Hell in a Cell.
Okay, here's my dilemma. Everybody is so hell-bent on this being Brock's retirement match because it's in Minnesota. I'm not so sure about that.
I don't think it will be his retirement match, for the simple reason being that WWE love to announce that it will be someone's final match or have them in a career-threatening match, and this is neither. And also the fact that if this was Brock's retirement match, it doesn't need the Hell in a Cell stipulation to it, because his retirement match is a big enough drawing point on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the next WrestleMania is in Saudi. We all know that he loves that money.
Mm-hmm. And they know that he's like, the fire extinguisher. Break glass, we can call Brock back.
Yeah. Especially when you know that The Rock's not coming back, so you know that you can just bring back Brock Lesnar.
That's a tough pick, though.
Yeah.
But do you think Oba really needs the win?
I mean, this is a match where I don't think, obviously, if you were to pick like a preferred winner, it would be Obafemi. But I feel like at this point, neither of them desperately needs to win this match. Like, I could see this match going either way, and I'd be cool with it.
I could too,
Because
and especially
Obafemi
because
has enough. Because
Brock is like, I think he likes Oba, so that's why he's doing the job for Oba,
Yeah.
and he's selling so much for Oba.
Yeah. But then you look at it from the standpoint, Oba, at this point, he's got enough momentum so that he can bounce back from a loss, and it doesn't really mean anything.
I mean, he did give up his title shot to fight Brock.
Yeah.
So that would make you think he was winning, because they wouldn't let him give up a title shot if he wasn't going to win,
to be
I'd
fair,
say.
he did say, he did say that regardless, he's just going to go for the title whenever he wants it after winning the King of the Ring. Which I guess fair enough, but it was certainly an odd decision to have him win King of the Ring if he wasn't planning on, if the plan was never to have him win King of the Ring. Well, not even that. If his plan was never to have him challenge for the title, why give him the win?
Yeah. It would have made more sense to give it to Seth and have Seth go after Roman like we have now.
Yeah. But no, they decided to stick Seth with the Vision for another month instead of just getting rid of that when they had the chance. And also, what's your thoughts on this match potentially being between 15 and 20 minutes? Because I did a check, and that would make this Hell in a Cell match the shortest on pay-per-view in history.
Well, I mean, Brock is a lot older. And I don't know if he could go that long. But he's in pretty good shape, so maybe he could.
Well, I mean, The Undertaker and Triple H got through half an hour when they had theirs at WrestleMania.
And you know there'll probably be some spots in there where they both like take each other out at the same time and they just lay there and try to catch their breath. You'll probably have a lot of those. I could see it going 20 minutes, depending on how they produce it.
Yeah. And again, it's also a case of making those moments that make the match feel longer matters. If you're planning on keeping it short, you've got to make the big moments count. And that's the one thing that I struggle to see them doing next.
Do we see Brock slamming Oba off the top of the cage?
I don't even see them leaving the cage, unfortunately. I would do it if it was up to me, because it's been years since we've seen anyone go up there. But they're not going to do it. They don't have the guts or the creative mind to do it. In fact, I barely think that they're going to use the cell tool, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like maximum
except the
5
occasional
minutes
slam your opponent into the steel every now and then.
It'll be a maximum 5 minutes outside, and then about 5 minutes of actual in-ring action, 5 minutes of rest, and then they'll take it home from then. And yeah, that's pretty much where we are with that. In terms of the match result, I think I will take Obafemi here.
I'm taking Oba. There's just too many questions surrounding Brock for me to pick Brock. And I love Brock. I'm a Brock fan.
Yeah. But the questions, they remain, and they don't seem to be going away. And of course, we won't know until he either does or doesn't show up again.
Yeah.
So that is the predictions for night 1. If we go to...
And it's bad because night 1 on paper looks better than night 2.
Yeah. Then we have our traditional Abel Roman slander super chat, which we always appreciate. Never stop bringing those human monies in. And since we're on the subject of human monies, we will start there. Danhausen and Dominic Mysterio.
Fuckery.
Yeah.
And lots of it, you know.
Yeah. 100,000 of them, as this match is for.
And as popular as Danhausen is, I don't see them letting Danhausen lose, so I'm going to take Danhausen.
Yeah. I think this is a weird case where Dominic Mysterio probably needs to win more. As we said, he needs to build momentum going into his AAA match. But Danhausen sells. He's popular, he has merchandise, and the crowd love him for some reason, so he will win. And this isn't going to, and before anyone even gets intrigued about the comedic portion of this is going to be a horrible match. It's going to be about 10 minutes max. This will be the match that you put on before you put the kids to bed.
In the middle of this match, I need this match to completely stop and Joe Hendry come out and him and Danhausen give me another concert.
Oh, well, Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin. I don't see a world where they put the belt on Baron Corbin. I don't think that they've got the balls to take the backlash for not putting Carmelo Hayes in that position.
I mean, do you really think Baron would have come back if they hadn't give him guarantees or promises? Maybe not guarantees, but promises is the right word.
I mean,
as many times as he's been let go and come back, he should know by now how they are.
Yeah. I mean, I can see why they brought him back. They need to pad up the mid card a bit, but I just can't see him winning.
I can't see him winning neither because I mean they just created this fuzzy ass Furby belt.
Yeah.
And
which is an embarrassment in itself.
I mean, would you really take it off of Trick this early? When you're trying to sell this belt? I got Trick retaining.
Yeah, but I think this is pretty much the easiest match on the card to predict that.
I think I got Trick retaining with Little Yachty helping him. Like Little Yachty.
We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I think Little Yachty shows up tonight and like clocks Baron Corbin to Trick.
He comes out from under the ring.
Something.
Comes out from under the ring with a kendo stick or something like that.
Mm-hmm. He's carried down to the ring by the little Danhausens.
Or the gingerbread man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most embarrassing. That was one of the most embarrassing.
I don't know what's worse, the gingerbread man funeral or the Danhausen Joe Hendry concert.
That concert was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen as a wrestling fan. And that happened after the whole Vision stuff, which was also very cringe. Honestly, what is going on with that show? Honestly. Yeah, we have Tiffany, the 5-way ladder match for the fake title. Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, Charlotte Flair, and Lash Legend. Or as we call her on this podcast, Hooters Girl.
Well, you know Chelsea's not going to win. She's there to either...
Yeah, well, she's not winning.
To make the big... Take the
person
big
that
hit.
Gets knocked off.
Mm-hmm. Tiffany doesn't need
Or
it
she's
because she's already got a title.
Yeah. Which again, why is she in this match?
Because she's from Minnesota.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think realistically, you're looking at either Jade or Charlotte winning this.
Jade fucking
And I
sucks.
think,
Oh my god, they
yeah,
do not need to give it to
yeah,
Jade. I mean, that bitch
yeah.
couldn't wrestle if you put her in the best fucking wrestling school in the world. I don't even think fucking Bret Hart could teach this bitch how to wrestle.
Yeah, that's saying something. You know, they should send her to Japan to teach her to wrestle. When she was in AEW, they should have sent her to Stardom so that she could get bullied there.
But the sad part was she was improving in AEW under Bryan Danielson. I'm going Charlotte.
Yeah. Because I still feel like they're building to this Rhea versus Charlotte match. And
yeah, but people are saying they're going to hold out to this match until like WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble. Like this is not a Survivor Series match.
Because plus we recently just had Jade drop the title. She'd lost her rematch. And yeah, there's just been this feud with Charlotte that hasn't been resolved. So I could see them putting the belt on Charlotte and having the Jade feud continue until Rhea's
having
back.
Jade chasing her.
Yeah. And then Rhea comes back, and then that's just the end of Jade. Because obviously they've said that whoever's the champion when Rhea comes back will go into a program with her. And I think that's how you get Rhea versus Charlotte organically without having to force it. Right, so number one contender. Will it be Finn Balor or will it be the Crybaby?
I fucking hate Sami Zayn.
For them.
I hated him when he was a face. I hate him now as a heel. I just don't like Sami Zayn.
This is the thing.
I love me some Finn Balor.
This is the thing. I still don't think they've officially turned Sami heel yet.
I think storyline wise, you need Sami to lose because he still needs to crash out some more.
Yeah.
And I would much rather see Finn Balor versus somebody
than this guy who has been hogging and interfering in the main event for about 3 months now, and it's just tiring.
I'm gonna go Finn. I'm gonna put my faith in them. They do the right thing. Lord help me.
Yeah, please. So help me God, if you have Finn lose this, there'll be riots. Finn Balor will win this.
So if Finn wins, he would go after whoever wins Seth Roman, right?
No, this is for
Punk. Oh, no, Cody. He's moved to SmackDown, so he would go after Punk. Have we ever had a Finn Punk match?
Yeah, we've had 3.
Well, they must have been so bad I don't remember them.
They were at the start of the year. Well, no, we've had 2. One in Belfast and one in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, I kind of remember.
But now we have...
I would be more inclined to see another Finn Punk match than I would Zayn.
Yeah. Yeah, and
because I think Zayn would do something to piss Punk off, and then Punk would then get really mad and just like stiff him in the match, like just beat the fucking hell out of him. Which I mean, I wouldn't oppose.
And even if there was the case of Cody winning, I would again much rather see Cody versus Finn than Cody versus Sami. Yeah, Finn wins. And then we move swiftly on to Penta versus Chad Gable for the IC title.
Do you think they would swerve us right here? Because everybody and their brother is convinced Gable's going to win.
I wouldn't put it past them. Like, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they have Penta win this match. I think he's done a lot for the IC title, but I personally still don't think it's the right time for him to drop it yet. I still feel like there are maybe a couple more opponents that he could face, because remember, we were still sort of teasing that Penta versus Ray rematch for the title, which hasn't happened yet. But then at the same time, they've been building Chad up from this whole luchador drama to the point where it wouldn't really make sense to have him lose either.
But if he wins, who would be his first opponent? I mean, as I ask, what's next?
Probably Ethan Page or Rusev if Chad wins.
But then I'd really want them to give it to Ethan, because I love me some Ethan Page.
Yeah,
he's so nice.
Great.
He is so nice in person.
Or they could put Chad Gable in the whole Vision Alpha Academy bullshit and have him face Austin Theory.
Just leave him by himself.
Even if it means Austin Theory gets a title match.
Yes. My boy Austin already has a title. He is tag team champion. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he won't be for long. I've got a theory that I'm thinking that they've only got the belts on the Vision because they're thinking of something to do with Bron Breakker and how they're going to get him out of that. And they'll only take the belts off them once they know what they're doing with him.
I kind of agree with that. Because basically, your biggest star is playing second fiddle to a whore and to Austin Theory.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take Gable,
and then you've just got Logan Paul. Yeah, I think so as well.
And then you got Logan Paul just being the mouth. He's the skinnier Paul Heyman.
Yeah. That's
with hair.
Yeah. And then you've got the main event.
Well, we know Roman's retaining.
In a match that, well, I wouldn't say nobody asked for. People have been asking for this match for years, but a build that nobody asked for. Constant Shield references, constant "you can't beat me" moments, and then that weird Saturday night's main event. And then that weird Saturday night's main event where they had the basketball players get involved for some reason.
Yeah.
And again, I pray to God that they're not involved in this.
And I don't want to see Justin Jefferson
get. And I don't want to see Justin Jefferson get involved in this either.
Oh, no, it's training camp. He ain't getting involved.
Yeah. Please don't.
No, it's training camp. Minnesota ain't letting him. There's a no contact clause put in that shit. You can go sit front row and watch, but you better not jump that guardrail. I mean, I kind of want Seth to win. Like, the fan in me wants Seth to win.
Yeah.
But the analyst in me knows Roman's going to win. Because I think we have Roman at least up until the next pay-per-view.
That's pretty much where I'm at as well. It's weird, though, because in my mind, I can't see him being in the Crown Jewel champion versus champion match. But then who's going to take the belt off him before them?
Unless you just keep the program going with him and Seth and actually give it time to build. But again, they should have pulled the trigger on this a while back.
I mean, Seth's already said that this is going to be their last match.
And Seth's already won the other one, so Roman ain't going to lose like 3 in a row.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's simple as Roman wins. It's going to be half an hour match of just aura farming and.
Well, I mean, it's going to take 30
just
minutes for
callbacks.
Roman to get to the ring.
In the interest of
Yeah.
fairness.
We don't do, because we do fairness here, unlike some channels.
Exactly. So, in the interest of fairness, fuck Roman Reigns.
And I've seen that Triple H has claimed that SummerSlam is going to be a hell of a ride. So, whatever that means, well.
So evidently, Wrestle Purist says this is the match order for night 1. They're going to open with Liv and EO. We're going to have the Bloodline in the Keys Knights Sokoa match. Gunther and Aldis, Fatal Influence in the Bella Twins, Punk Rhodes, and Lesnar Femi.
They've got that order wrong. If Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi is main event in, Punk and Cody should be first.
Well, Brock and Oba are definitely main eventing.
Yeah. Punk and Cody should be first then to get the crowd really going, because let's be real, nobody's getting up for Liv Morgan wrestling.
Well, her simps are, but I don't think we're talking about the same kind of get up.
No. I mean, her simps would probably get up for anything from Pulse, to be honest.
Oh, Tekla's at WrestleCon today.
Oh, nice.
I need her to come to WrestleCade. I want to meet her.
I wonder if Tori Okada's there.
I don't know. Oh, I have a thing. So if Aldis doesn't come back as general manager, what about Natty being the general manager?
Why?
I'm still saying AJ would be better, but I was just wondering, because you got to have women representation. You have a man on Raw, so you would need a woman on SmackDown.
She's awful. I'd rather her sister be the GM. Good point.
Oh my lord. Jade Cargill signed some chick's boobs.
Oh my god. Where was this? Is this on the Summerslam Access?
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting off Twitter now. Oh dear lord. Jade thinking she's Brock. Now I would let Brock sign my boobs, but I wouldn't let Jade sign my boobs.
And now I'm seeing reports that Kevin
I'm only saying
that
because he did do that. Like, he did do that on a segment that actually included Ken Anderson in the same segment before he officially joined the main roster of WWE. Like, he was in the same shot when Brock's like, well, I'll sign this. Full black marker pen right across.
Well, now I'm seeing
forget.
Now I'm seeing apparently that Kevin Owens has been training at the PC this week, which has just come out.
Well, he's been at the PC for a while because he does LFG.
He does. He's actually really good at it.
Yeah, but it's been saying that he's been training, which he hasn't been before.
I think he'll be at Survivor Series. In terms of like physically competing on pay-per-view.
What do you think they'll have him in the Bloodline cage match?
I don't know what they'll be in, but I just expect it to be something like that, where he'll appear in some elements. I just think that's what's going to happen. The only reason I'm back on now, guys, is because they've done the predictions, so now I can actually do what I do best, which is wind people up.
Yes.
Oh,
But
you
I
don't
like-
need to wind me up. I have been wound up because I got to see my man TK in a wet white dress shirt. Thank
Well,
you, Ice Bucket Challenge.
I can wind you up quite easily, and it goes like this. Her name is Thunder Rosa. She won a championship belt. She
About
holds
time.
above
Bitch
her
can't wrestle.
head, and
She had to
Katherine
go to
wears the
Mexico.
crown. It just means you can't watch CMLL anymore. CMLL is now
I
ruined
didn't
for
watch
you.
CMLL that much anyway.
All we need now is for Hangman to win those trios titles with Brodito, and we're all good.
Didn't they have them before?
No, that was Hangman and Jet Speed. That's
I have a good one, Nick. I am worried of what they will do. Does Stephanie Vaquer return tonight? Why? She's finished.
or we could have Hangman win the Continental Cup.
He will be in it.
Well, I mean, if he has a decent match, I will say he had a good match.
I reckon he'll be one of the first 5 names announced in that tournament.
I have said that before. He has had some good matches. He's just not my favorite. But if he's had a good match, I can come on a podcast and say he had a good match.
He's got the personality of a squirrel. Like he can, I agree. Like, he does have good. Yeah, that's true. He is trying to nut, but there's nothing.
Well,
there
no,
for
he's
him.
not. He's had a vasectomy.
That's
You
true.
still have your nuts.
His is chomped up. He got his from a food blender.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think when you look
put
at
it back in the food blender,
like his fucking ridiculous haircut, I think if you are looking from a I know I said disingenuous, from a non-disingenuous point of SummerSlam, SummerSlam doesn't look to be good, but and we say this from an honest perspective because we are honest on this channel, if they take SummerSlam genuinely seriously, they could have a good show. However, to reaffirm the honesty of this channel and the integrity of this channel, will they take it seriously? Highly doubt it. Because if they took it seriously, the likes of AEW, the likes of TNA, the likes of New Japan, they would all be blown out the water. Like, if WWE took their product seriously like they do with all their other crap, they would knock everyone else out the water, but they don't.
Yeah.
And people have been saying it for a year.
I don't think they take themselves seriously.
I don't think they do either. I think that's why they've got Danhausen in such a prominent role. That's how much they don't take it seriously. Now, I know there's a lot of people that do watch this show that don't comment a lot, but they do talk to me in Messenger, but they do watch, they just don't comment because it's not their style. They do say, well, they do like Danhausen, but it is a testament. The fact is they use him purely to advertise to kids. And I get that, but if you just cater to one side of your fan base, you're excluding the other side. Which kind of is ironic because that's another issue that doesn't get talked about with AEW that much. AEW is exactly the same. If you look at it from a perspective, AEW does neglect that side as well. Like, they neglect the younger kids who don't necessarily watch for the violence, they watch it for the comedy and the laughs. You don't get a lot of that with AEW as well, so there's always a neglect, but which one is worse? I feel like if you neglect the adult side of your fan base, which is more about
the adults are the one with all the money.
I mean, like, from WWE, they ignore the adults who actually enjoy good wrestling. They enjoy seeing people who are willing to break their bodies to entertain the fans, whereas you've got the other adults who are just quote-unquote Roman Reigns fans who touch his hands at shows and don't wash it and then dress up like Cena fans because they're fucking gimps. Don't worry, Billy, that's not aimed at you. The Roman hand part was, yes. But you see it a lot now.
What's the...
I mean, it could be worse. You could be at the gym doing this in a Cody Rhodes shirt.
Oh, that's true.
Like an absolute
could always
spanner.
Be worse.
Like an
could
absolute
always be worse.
You could. Julia's finished. Julia will be released next year. I've said it consistently before anyone else. Julia will be released next year, and so
I
will
don't even
Stephanie
think it'll
Vicker.
be next year.
I think they'll give her until WrestleMania just out of kindness of their stupid hearts. I'll be surprised if she's gone earlier than that. I would be surprised. Hand on heart. And on the Bible, even though I'm non-religious. If she's released before the Royal Rumble, I will genuinely be surprised.
I wouldn't.
But I can see her going, though. And honestly, I know this is going to be harsh, but like Stephanie Vicker, I don't think any company should touch Julia. I think she's...
She'll go to Marigold because she's a Rossi bitch.
I don't think you can actually redeem her as a wrestler. I think she's that much ruined. She's so far gone, then she's been ruined too much. You can't fix her. It's like Stephanie Vicker and Julia are like the England job. You can't fix what's already finished. You can't turn shit into something good.
You can't.
I will say I do like the new Burnley kits that came out yesterday.
I haven't seen them, I admit.
They're cream colored. They were designed by J.J. Watt.
Oh, nice.
And he did a whole video about showcasing them.
Oh,
it took him 2 years to design them.
To be fair, Burnley have got some of the absolute best video announcements for football signings you'll ever see. Like whoever does their Twitter accounts and all that stuff and does all their promotions is brilliant. But then again, you could be a Cardiff City fan. Like a friend of mine is, and they literally watched Cardiff beat Roma 4-1 today in a pre-season friendly. And that's a full strength Roma side. And then obviously Barcelona drawn 2-2 with Birmingham last night is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can let shit like that happen. But that's just moments of madness that we have to discuss. But if you're looking at SummerSlam, asking you both, I know where you both stand, but if you're looking at SummerSlam combined both nights, 0 out of 10 expectations versus 0 out of 10 how you think the shows are going to be combined, what are we thinking?
Share the screen and you'll see my answers.
Share the screen and you'll see my answers. This is going to be interesting. Oh, you're heartless. Love it. That is how we do things here. Honesty is the best policy.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
You get the four from Jake Lee for the potential, and then the show to Umino 0 for my expectation.
Mm. We're certainly in for a rough ride, and not the roughest you would enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Although I will still maintain that I do think it'll be a better show than Redemption, but then again, that's not saying much.
You can't say that. Redemption was great. Just listen to all the AEW sickos.
I don't give a fuck what they say, to be honest.
Me
They're
neither.
sickos for a reason.
I don't care either. Redemption is one of the worst shows I've ever seen in my 28 years.
You cannot be of the hive mind, gentlemen.
I don't belong to.
You've got to remember.
I don't belong to
You've got to
anyone's
remember
mind.
they're called sickos for a reason.
Mm-hmm. I don't belong to anyone's narrative except mine. Redemption is up there with... this is how much I hate Redemption. Redemption is up there with ECW December to Dismember, produced by WWE in 2006. It's up there with WCW... it was that shit, I can't remember the final pay-per-view's name. The last ever pay-per-view produced by WWE. That's how shit it was. That's it. It's up there with
one of them. One of
Greed, yeah. Greed, that's it. That's how bad it was. And it's up there with 2013 to 2017 TNA. That's like as a whole 4-year calendar period. That's how shit Redemption was.
It was as bad as the whole Bully Ray title reign.
Oh, everything about Bully Ray is bad. But see, the thing about that as well is you can't be honest about Redemption because people are getting so upset about it. Oh, people are saying Redemption was bad. Oh, Redemption wasn't the worst pay-per-view of all time. Yes, it is. It is genuinely AEW's worst ever show. Mm. And if you can't accept that, then then what does that say about you? If you cannot accept it was generally that bad, it is horrible. It's up there with like I said.
I admit, I am an AEW shield,
and
I love me some AEW, but that shit was horrendous for them.
Yeah.
If you're just basically comparing it to AEW pay-per-views, Redemption was horrendous.
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
On their bar, on their level. That was not an AEW pay-per-view for me.
And I'm sorry, and one thing I will say as well, I know that like I've given her a lot of stick on these shows, but that's just because we go back and forth on what we like about wrestling. But for once, I will say I cannot argue with Eilidh about a show when you've got a power drill being used on a talent. I do not care. Like there's some elements to pro wrestling that are just absolutely ridiculous, and a needle I don't care about. I don't care about dousing people in alcohol because I love when Jericho done it to CM Punk, etc. all these years ago. But I will not praise a match where you use a power drill on someone. Especially if that goes wrong, there is no coming back from that.
I get what you're saying, but I mean, it didn't bother me. Just like everybody having a fit about the needle in the swerve match.
Oh, that was
shit
fine.
Like that doesn't bother me.
But you can't.
But I get what you're saying.
The power drill is certainly like it's one of those where it's too far. Like I didn't like, even from a comedic standpoint, I didn't like when TNA had the midget with a gun, for example. Because that was a live gun pulled on air. Like, that's stuff that you... Like, to be fair, when Brian Pillman done it in 96, going into 97, I was okay with it because that was already an agreed segment in what they were doing. But when you got a midget who just pulls out on TV where it's not even part of the show, you're asking for trouble. So I don't know how you can have a power drill in a match. And also, why would you need a power drill? That's not what Jericho is about. It's not about his gimmick. It's not about his character. Same with Tommaso Ciampa. That's not... A psycho might be a psycho, but a psycho doesn't bloody go for a power drill. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's up there with New Jack absolutely tearing that child apart. But that's how bad that was. But mind you, he did lie about his age, but nonetheless, they shouldn't have went all in on him. Poor kid. To be fair, they were lucky he was fat because his body was able to take a lot of punishment. And yes, we agree with that as well, Chester. Don't you worry. Tekla should never have lost that belt. Fuck. After all, what's she called now, Katherine?
Willow Cena.
There you go.
Speaking of that, the John Cena Open has been just forgotten about again.
No, they're still hammering out the details, according to John Cena. He tweeted about it a few days ago.
That's still the funniest thing, the John Cena Open. Nobody even cares about it. And it's going to be a Saturday's main event, isn't it?
We don't know. All we know is it's at the end of the year, but we don't know when.
The Summerslam.
I would imagine it would be like the final would be on a Saturday night's main event.
Tekla lost the belt. Yep. Willow beat her at Redemption. Yep. By roll up. People got really offended that I actually had someone message me, which was really annoying. I had someone message me saying they're not watching anymore because we called out that result, and I was like,
"Right, bye."
I'm like, okay, who cares? And you should care because you're not being fair to Willow. I was like, how are we not being fair to Willow? Like, she didn't deserve it. She was injured, and then she comes back, wins the freaking casino gauntlet thing or whatever it was, and then she gets the title match. I'm sorry, but she doesn't deserve it. And he's like, well, you've lost a viewer. I was like, I'd rather have someone who isn't a sheep than you. In response, I was like, if that's all you're going to be, then just get lost, because if you can't take the truth, then go. Willow did not deserve it, and it should have been Tekla.
I don't know why people can't be open-minded to the idea that their opinions aren't shared by others.
because they think it's all about what is and what isn't, and if they actually make sense in terms of representing this and representing that. For me, it's just about what happens correctly.
Yeah.
If you treat it properly. Okay, that's funny. Have you seen what Jericho put up 3 days ago on his YouTube channel?
No, what did he put up?
Vince Russo's total non-stop agony. It's an hour-long video of him with Vince Russo.
Oh, that's the title of Vince Russo's new book.
That's correct, Abel. I still can't get over the fact that we literally had another me on TNA, and it's not for what matters most, and said it was just to challenge the title, even though we already knew it was already a scheduled title match for the show. You ruined an absolute peak moment.
But it does make me wonder, will he come out to that when it is the title match?
If he holds that Immortal title belt, then absolutely. Because it was interesting that they brought that back as well.
Well, I hope they're not bringing the Immortal stable back.
It was the full intro as a heel as well. Like, it was the full heel intro video as well from 2010-11. That's what they used, which I'm very surprised by. And this is going to sound controversial. I'm going to get a lot of hate in the chat. Another Me is Jeff Hardy's best ever theme song. And I say that
I don't think
over.
for that.
Well, I probably will, because I say over No More Words. And that for me is his second.
Yeah.
There was an earthquake in Italy today?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of bad things happening in Italy right now.
4.5 billion euros is going to be generated from hosting the 2032 Euros. Is not going to help much.
Good thing they've got 8 years to sort it out.
They say they're going to invest in
6 years
infrastructure.
even. Well, you're going to need to restart now.
They need to reinvest in. No, they're talking about not just football infrastructure. They mean countrywide. And to be fair, they should. But they've got stadiums who haven't been invested in since 1990. They have to do it because Serie A in Italy needs a change.
Like, they've only just sorted out San Siro.
Spalletti came out today as well and said that Italy were going forward under Maldini, and then they decided to stick with the wrong phone by going back to Mancini. It's like you wanted to go forward, but you went back. Like, you went back. I was like, yeah, exactly. Like they didn't give him the manager they wanted. They didn't give him the power they wanted. It's Baggio all over again.
This is what happens when you don't give people what they want for pay reasons.
He literally said they're just being stubborn. And that's what it is. That's the Italians' downfall, is stubbornness. Oh, well.
It'll be very interesting to see.
Oh, for sure. It's not just that Redemption it is a cracking tune, James. It's not just that Redemption went too long. It's Redemption was just terrible. And it was even worse that it was in such a problem stage of schedule. That has to change. Yep, Franco Baresi passing away. Like, I love what they did during training for him. They did a big circle thing with his shirt on the Milanello training ground.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is nice.
It's a nice touch. No, that's interesting. I've just seen that Parag Maratha is leaving the 49ers to focus on Leeds and Rangers.
I heard that. To be fair, he just wants out of that sport in general. I don't blame him. But his other enterprise at least will work.
1 year ago today, John Cena ended his heel run.
Maybe he saw that. Maybe he saw the result of the Rangers game yesterday and thought, right, I need to get more involved and stop this from continuing.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. I actually need to make a few announcements, actually. I've completely forgot. First of all, Abil, thank you for another super chat, and this is one of the nicest ones. What I was going to say, actually, is, yep, we are in August, so, which is mental. SWA is coming back. When James gets his ass in gear, we're going to get the gaming series started as well. Obviously, Katherine and Nikki with Lipsticks and Lariats they've got a couple of breaks coming up.
Yes, we won't have a show tomorrow.
And the 14th or whatever it was.
And the 16th.
That's it.
Well, I
will be on my way back from seeing the Foo Fighters.
I don't think you're going to be able to do All In either because that's on a UK time.
And I'm doing a watch along for it.
Unless you're going to do a separate live stream watch along as well.
I mean, that's kind of what we did last time. I'm 100% doing a watch along for it. SWA Rose, yep, SWA is coming back. I'm thinking because of the issues with having to create characters for 2K26, which I have to be honest, I've been so busy, I've completely forgot about it. I'm thinking we just stick to the previous game for what we had and then just do it that way.
Never mind.
What is it?
I'm watching the pre-show and they're showing Cody. He's got on like this checkered suit. It looks purple with a Carolina blue tie. Like, who the fuck dressed him? Homeboy, you need to be a stylist.
He's 100% watched Jessica. He's 100% watched Jessica Jones and thinking he can out Tennant, David Tennant. It will not work. It will not work, Chody, because one, David Tennant is a goat, and two, Chody, you're a pleb. Does not work. Does not work. But yes, we need to get James on the channel very soon because we do have that. I'm hoping to do another quiz soon, probably in September. I'm thinking about doing that. The classic watch along series has been on a little hiatus. I know, I'm sorry. That'll be back in this month as well. I'm hoping Eilidh will be back soon. I know she's got a lot on at the moment, but I'm hoping she'll be back when she's ready. She did tell me when she's ready, she'll tell me. So that's a good thing. Member streams, I've got a lot coming up as well. I'm going to
we did get that nice reminder that she is around the affidavit.
Yep. I am thinking the next members video is going to be a watch along of a classic pay-per-view, and we're going to do it as a members watch along. So I'm thinking about doing that. There will be a Summerslam review. Probably Tuesday. That means me and Josiah will have to do our Grapplecast stuff on Wednesday for dissecting the G1. Yeah, we'll have to. Actually, we'll just do it as a big panel show on Tuesday. We'll have like a big variety of people if they want to jump on. We'll have like a big show on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had a lot of people on, so we'll do that. SummerSlam is on at 11 p.m. That's right.
Because I'm pretty sure the G1 schedule is going to be pretty clear for a few days after tomorrow.
It is. So we'll be fine for Wednesday.
Well, actually, I think it's or is it Sunday? Let me check. Because I know there is a day where it's something where it's like a 3-day break or something like that.
The 3-day break is coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
hoping
think it's either after Sunday or after Thursday.
next week as well.
Let's see.
I will be doing the review of the next Noah event as well, because it's the big one in terms of match wise. It's Naito's world title match, so I will be reviewing that. And MLW Fusion.
It's a 4-day. Yeah, it's 4 days after Sunday.
Yep, so we'll be good for Wednesday. MLW Fusion is coming to the channel in 2 weeks' time. I'll be doing some stuff on that. And because I know Katherine wanted to bring it up a while ago, and she did like 6 months ago, and I've not really had a chance to do it. I'm thinking as well we might bring on some, like, if she's up for it, maybe some House of Glory stuff as well. So we're going to mix all that stuff in on the channel, because we're going beyond the typical that's on here. Because I'm also bringing in Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling as well, because they're getting even better. And I do not want people to miss out on the stuff they do. It's actually really good. And Death Before Dishonor gives me another Deonna match.
And also, if you subscribe to my AEW, you can get things like Eve and Rev Pro on there as well.
Without subscribing on their freaking channels. Money well saved. So, which I'll be doing. Like, they've got so many good options. Like, Eve on that is going to be good for that. Rev Pro on that will be really good.
I just hope that their sound quality on those sites are better than the actual ones.
I think with my AEW, like, they will be. Welcome, Peter. Welcome.
Always good to see new people in here.
You've done well tonight, by the way. These are well over 85 views as well on one. So these have actually done well.
Very good.
Considering the fact the summer is a slow time for channels as well, like especially for wrestling channels, we've done well.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's going to pick up within the next couple of weeks.
Oh yeah. What's Dan sent?
Who wants to listen to a sexist talk about wrestling?
Everyone.
Evidently, that's why your channel's doing as well as it's doing.
Yeah, Dan, feel free.
Also, I'm interested.
Go ahead.
Also, I'm interested. Why have they not advertised the Cody Rhodes and CM Punk match in Street Fight? And they've just, like, they didn't even announce it online. It got leaked by other wrestling
dirt sheets
influencers.
The art of the surprise. They wanted to surprise you.
Too bad it hasn't worked. See you later, Chester. It's always good seeing you, bud.
Oh, well, Jeff Cobb and Will Ospreay at WrestleCon.
They are at WrestleCon together, yep. What did you think of... I mean, obviously, I'm not going to glaze the Deonna announcement against Delander, but what in terms of, like, on a scale of this, what do you think of Athena versus Suzuki, by the way, for Death Before Dishonor?
I like it.
I think they've went bold for some of these matches.
I think that this is the perfect opportunity for both world titles to change.
I think Bandito's title reign, it will soon
needs
be coming
to come to an end.
He's held it for he's held it for well over 400 days. There's nothing else he can do with it.
Yeah.
Let him lose and then move him. Let him find something on AEW.
Well, Bandito has something on AEW. He's got a tag team partner. And he also has a cowboy that can't be world champion anymore, that needs other titles.
I actually think it's also time for AEW to abandon the trios titles. I think it's time to abandon them. Like, I don't like New Japan just manages with it, but even then, I still think they're not doing particularly well with the...
No, because it's usually the way they do the 6-man titles. It's usually just tag teams plus one more.
Yeah. Hang on, did we get over it?
Or House of Torture, which...
Oh wow, we did. I haven't checked our redemption views. We've got 151 views on our redemption show review.
Nice.
Didn't even notice that.
Never 6-man titles are either usually established tag teams and one more, or just any 3 members of House of Torture that we don't want to see.
Yeah, I personally think there should be no trios titles in any wrestling company. It doesn't work.
Especially when the current champions are having to carry Great Khan with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? They should have scrapped the trios titles after they got combined with the ROH 6-man titles. They should have just been absolved into the. They should have just been absolved into the ROH 6-man titles and just kept there. Because the trios division does nothing for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad that the conglomeration lost them. That's the only positive you can take from it. Although, don't be surprised now if you get Orange Cassidy versus Kyle Fletcher as a feud going forward.
I still can't go over how shit that fucking thing was. The fucking broken chaos crap. That's where the whole return of Another Me was as well, because they done it on there with the stupid Hardy compound crap. That stuff as well has to stop.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is true. All right, Dan, you got your wish. Let's see what he's got.
Is he here to leak the audio or the intro music?
I think there's a lot he wants to display, I believe.
Well, on that note, since you're back, I'm jetting so I can go cook dinner before this tragedy of a pay-per-view starts.
Yeah.
Worth it. You've done well tonight.
Of course. I'm the queen of chaos.
I wouldn't go that far.
That's why you hired me.
But will you be the queen of SummerSlam? But will you be the queen of SummerSlam? That's the question.
Well, Kenny Omega can SummerSlam me all day long.
Oh, God almighty.
And on that note, I will see you guys later.
See you later.
See ya.
I'm really digging this camera. Full 1080p. The lot is HD. It's perfect for my streaming. I don't know what Dan's doing, to be fair.
I'm intrigued to see what Dan's got to show us now.
Mm-hmm. Anytime, Katherine. Anytime. To be fair, I'll be picking my brother up from his work, so I won't be watching Summerslam right away, but eventually I will. I'll probably just wait till tomorrow morning to watch SummerSlam, because then I can skip through the bloody nonsense. And instead, what I'll do is I'll plug in my PS3 and play some FIFA 09.
Fair enough.
Or one of my Spider-Man games, I don't know. I'll play some.
Just after the show, because it seemed completely takes on it to see what Bill gets afterwards.
Yeah. Dan is that quiet. I don't know what he's doing.
Well, I guess in that case, do we have any closing thoughts?
Aye, Dan, hurry up.
He said that he's going to.
Oh, right. Okay,
show
that's cool.
everything
No,
afterwards.
that's fine. That makes sense. All right, folks. Well, for that, we thank you for supporting Josiah and Katherine this evening. And with that, have a good one. And I will see you I'll see you tomorrow night. So have a good one and try and enjoy it.
I said I was going to do it in the background. I was going to do it after once we finish.
Perfect. That's what we're doing
Okay.
now. So see you tomorrow, guys.